by which we can conceive of it properly. Having risen from the sitting posture, whether in going out or coming in, or in any work, at all times one should think of the means of checking vain thoughts, and should examine whether he succeeds in it or whether he follows them. In time one gets perfect in the practice and the mind is at rest. As the mind is at rest it gradually gets courage to proceed. In this way it reaches the peace of the eternal, far beyond all trouble with faith, increasing so that it will soon be so perfect as never to fail anymore. But doubters, unbelievers, blasphemers, great sinners, those who are conceited, who will not persevere, and such like people, cannot obtain this peace of the eternal.
Note next that by this peace one knows that in the spiritual world the peace of the spiritual bodies of all the Buddhas and of all living bodies is one and the same, and is called the divine peace. Know that the root of this peace is in the eternal. If this is continued, there gradually arises in the mind an infinite peace. If there should be some men without the strength which comes from good deeds who are troubled with evil spirits and the gods and demons of outside religions, appearing sometimes in ugly forms, causing fear to them whilst sitting in contemplation, at other times appearing in lovely forms to tempt them, they should think of the one eternal soul, then these appearances will vanish and give no more trouble. These evil spirits, whether taking the form of the heavenly beings, of Bodhisattvas, or of the Tathagata, all fun of perfection, or using magic formulae, or preaching charity, morality, endurance of wrong, perseverance, contemplation, wisdom, or discussing the one unseen reality, the formless reality, the passionless reality, without enmity and without love, without cause and without effect, nothing but pure emptiness, say that this is the true Nirvana.
They also teach men how to know the past and to know the future, and how to know what is in the mind of others, and how to have unfailing gifts of speech, causing men to covet the fame and wealth of this world. Or, again, these evil spirits cause men to be frequently violently angry or very happy, without anything to steady them, sometimes to have great compassion, or to be sleepy or ill, or to be without perseverance. Or they cause men to persevere for a time and then to fall back worse than ever, to lose faith, to have many doubts and fears, or give up their practice of checking vain thoughts and make them follow miscellaneous matters and be chained by the many affairs of the world, so as to give men a certain kind of peace, somewhat similar to the true peace, but which is the product of outside religions and not the true peace of the eternal. Or, again, these evil spirits cause men for 1, 2, 3, or even 7 days, to remain in contemplation, as if enjoying delicious food. They are most happy in mind and body without any hunger or thirst, or they may be led to eat without any control, sometimes much and sometimes little, so that the countenance changes, and exhibits gladness or sorrow accordingly.
As there are such things, religious people should always wisely examine themselves, lest their minds should fall into the nets of heresy. They should carefully rectify their thoughts and neither adopt nor he attach to them, but keep themselves far from all delusions. One should know that the peace of outside religions is of the senses, of the affections, to gratify self, desiring the honors of fame and the wealth of the world. But the true peace is not in the realms of the senses or in possessions, and even after contemplation there is neither the feeling of having attained perfection with no further effort, nor conceit for what has been accomplished. All trials gradually diminish. If men do not cultivate this peace, there is no other way to get the seat of the Tathagata, the incarnate Lord. As the peace of this world mostly arises from the pleasure which is given to the senses, it is bound to the 3 worlds of form, of desire, and of no form, like that of the outside religions. Once men leave the guidance of sound wisdom, false doctrines at once arise.
Next note that those who diligently set their minds on securing this peace, should, in the present generation, obtain 10 advantages. All the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas throughout all space always protect them. None of the evil spirits can cause them any fear. They cannot be deceived by any of the 95 kinds of outside religions. They are far beyond questioning the deep things of the Buddhist religion, and great sins gradually diminish. There is an end to all doubt and all kinds of heresies. Faith in the world of the Tathagata grows. They leave sorrow far behind in the minds of mortals, while they themselves have no fear. Their spirits become gentle and peaceable, they put off pride and conceit, and are not troubled by other people's opinions. Although they have not obtained full peace at all times and in every place, they are able to lessen their trials, and do not covet the world's pleasures. When their peace is secured, they are unmoved by any seductions of outside attractions.
2.
Now, if men practice only contemplation, the mind is damped, or gets weary, and does not rejoice in all goodness, but is far from pity, therefore it is necessary to cultivate reasoning or reflection. One should reflect that nothing made throughout the universe can last long, in a moment it may be destroyed. One should reflect that all thought rises and vanishes again like a wave, and is therefore a sorrow. One should reflect that all the past is misty like a dream, that all the present is like lightning, that all the future rises suddenly like a cloud in the sky. One should reflect that the bodies of all living beings are unclean, full of all kinds of uncleanness, and therefore not to be rejoiced in. Thus one should reflect that all living beings, from eternity down the ages, being influenced by ignorance, live and die and endure all the great sorrows of mind and body, and reflect on the endless trials of the present and on the immeasurable sorrows of the future, which cannot be got rid of and which men are scarcely aware of. When all men's lives are so full of sorrow, they are greatly to be pitied. Having thought of these things, one should stir oneself up to make a great vow to lead one's own soul to leave the finite and gain the infinite, cultivate every means of grace to deliver all men forever from their sorrows and obtain the highest joys of Nirvana.